Let's see here.
I'm trying to show the background that I picked. This is literally like me and my friend watching Fooly Cooly for the first time,
I
and
love
it's
that.
literally like screenshots of like all the craziness that as we were
I
watching
adore
the
that.
episode itself.
I know. I adore that. I saw. Let's see here. Foodie boner.
Yep.
Lovely.
What's up? Editing Shamu here. Had to grow out the beard just to match this interview, as this was conducted back in almost a year ago on July 31st, 2024. A lot has been added and changed since then. The actual episode itself is finally out on April 26th. It's on Newgrounds and YouTube, so please go ahead and watch that first before you watch this interview, because I mean you won't have any context for it to but yeah, Schleppboy has been to an anime convention to promote the fan project. There's a magazine. There's a fan promo. There's like full OSTs that are out. So there's so much stuff. Please check out the socials for Fluidly Reanimated just to see the amount of promotion and the gathering of artists that are. So other than that, enjoy this interview. Get a little bit of the behind the scenes. Peace.
Hi, everybody. My name is Schleppboy. I'm the creator and co-organizer of the upcoming FLCL Reanimated collaboration. And yeah, man, let's fucking get into this shit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So you're not just the host for FLCL Reanimated, right? You're also a host for
No,
something else.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also the host and co-organizer of the upcoming Newgrounds Dreamcast collab.
So I don't know anything about that. So could you like just give like a brief understanding of that? Because obviously, like I know Fully Cooley, but that's about it to my extent.
Yeah. On the Dreamcast collab, this is being developed for Newgrounds.com. It's an art and animation sharing website. And basically, what me and a bunch of people are doing is that we're creating a bunch of Sega Dreamcast shorts to honor the console because we love it so goddamn much. There's going to be shorts for Jet Set Radio, Space Channel 5, Sonic Adventure, a whole bunch of other great Dreamcast games. So yeah, man, check it out when it comes out. It's going to be cool.
I guess I can start off. I did not get into it in the 2000s or whenever it came out in Cartoon Network. I actually watched it during the pandemic in 2020. So
Gotcha. Okay, for sure, for
although it's
sure.
been a couple years at this point, it's still not as far back as a lot of very loyal fans have fond memories of watching it on Cartoon Network late night, sneaking away from their parents to get an episode in here and there.
Yeah. um, I watched FLCL for the first time. God damn, how old was I? I was probably like 4 or 5 or something. Keep in mind, when FLCL first made it to the States, that was like 2003. I was 1 years old. I'm 22 right now, so I definitely did not
Jeez.
catch it then. Yeah, I probably caught it a little bit later on Toonami or the Action Block. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what was running at that time, but it was definitely around like the mid 2000s. I remember staying up really late at night and like seeing glimmers of it with my brother. I just remember bits and pieces of it. I didn't like officially watch it from start to finish until like I was in high school. I was probably
Okay.
like a freshman or something like that. Mid 2010s.
Yeah, I mean that's still way earlier than me. So
Fuck, that's hard.
yeah, or you can list a
So
bunch of
many.
them. That's also fine too.
The manga scene is iconic. Both of
Yes,
them.
yes.
Let's see here. What else do I love?
I love the whole
Brabadee.
Vespa hitting like Haruko's
Yeah,
introduction.
that's
Just
great.
beyond classic. Like,
Yeah. Um, they're fake.
yeah,
That's an iconic
okay.
moment.
Yes, yes.
Love that part. I love the super emotional moment where Haruko is teaching Naoto how to swing the bat in episode
Mm-hmm.
4.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
That part's
yes,
great.
yes.
The opening is fucking fantastic. That's iconic. Come on.
Classic.
The
Same with
opening.
ED. I mean, the pillows in general. Like I listen to them all the time. It's kind of crazy how good they are.
Yeah,
Like I
absolutely.
think
100%.
you're in charge of the Fooly Cooly out of context, right? I saw that.
No, no, it's
No,
not
okay.
true. I'm just
It
kidding.
was
Yeah, I am.
okay.
I
Good.
am. I
All right. I was like, wait, hold
am.
up. Did I get my information wrong? Oh my goodness.
No,
I
you're
gotta
good.
pull
You're
it
good.
up.
No, that's me. That's me.
Is that where you started this entire project off? Like, was it
Yeah,
through that account?
yeah. I was fuck. That was like March 31st of 2021, I think. If I got
Mhm.
my date right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
remember.
think that's right.
Yeah. I remember I announced it like the day before April Fool's Day. People thought it was a fucking joke. People were like, "Is this a fucking joke?" And I'm like, "No, it's real. It's just like unfortunate timing. Just really bad timing. That was unintentional." We chose episode 5, Brittle Bullet, because well, it was a number of reasons. Because originally it was going to be episode 1, but I was
Mhm.
going through it and I'm like, this episode's kind of slow. Obviously, like the ending is really fast paced and cool and shit,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I was like looking through it, and I feel like, and I was just like, this might be kind of difficult to like cut into clips because they're so long. I think eventually we might go back and do episode 1. We don't know yet. We kind of just want to wait, to see like how this
How
first
the
collab
reception
does.
is. Mhm.
Yeah, and everything like that. But we chose Brittle Bullet.
Is that the
Um,
one with the South Park reference as well? Is I know there's multiple, but does episode 5 have a South Park reference? Or
yeah.
is it
That's the
Reanimated?
one
Okay.
where we're now to looks like Kenny for a few
Okay, good.
moments.
Okay. I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. But that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do episode 5 is because it's just chock full of fucking references. There's the
Mhm.
Lupin shit, there's the South Park shit, there's so much cool shit in it, and it's very fast paced, it's really fun. It just felt like the perfect fucking episode to pick, you know?
Yeah. And the good thing about Fooly Cooly in general is when it was released as an OVA, and for the
Hmm.
Japanese audience, they had to buy each episode individually with a 2-month break
Yeah.
between them in release.
Right,
So
right.
these episodes can be standalone or bottleneck on their own, but obviously they all roughly connect to an overarching story. But like
Yeah,
that makes the beauty of like doing just one of these episodes perfect, right?
I agree.
Obviously, the English speaking experience is completely different because it was just on reruns on Cartoon Network all the time. But
Yeah,
the likelihood of a kid watching the first episode and then sticking through all 5 or 6 weeks of it playing or however it was released is not
yeah.
realistic. So like they probably caught glimpses of it like you did when you were little, or and then
Hmm.
ended up watching the whole thing all at once.
For sure.
Yeah. I think my exposure was just Twitter clips, and I was like, "What the heck is going on?" Like, what's like?
Yeah.
There's the most crazy. I don't even remember what clip it was, and I was like, "What's an OVA?" Like, I didn't even know like what this format was. I was like, it's 6 episodes, an hour and a half. Like, I could knock that out in one sitting, and that's exactly what I did. Like,
For sure.
yeah,
It's 250 plus animators working
mhm,
on 326 clips total.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Were you the one that decided like where to cut where to for the clips, or does it naturally form into clips one way or the other? Like how do you go about like
Uh,
the production for this?
yeah, so I was the one that manually went in and cut all the clips together, and God, that was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because I had to recut it like 3 times.
Mhm.
Because like the first 2 cuts, I'm just like, no, this isn't gonna work. On the third cut, finally, I was looking at all the clips. I'm like, all right, this makes a little bit more sense. The reason why I had to go back and recut it like 2 different times is because like I think there was like an issue where like I would cut the clips, and then at the end of some of the clips, there would just be like pitch black, and I'm like, oh, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. There would just
Mhm.
be like a bunch of mistakes that I left in that I just like couldn't send to people because that would have just fucked up the entire just process of trying to get
Yeah,
these
because
clips done.
once someone starts on it, like they have their start and finish, and then you would have to fill in the extra if there was anything, and that wouldn't be as efficient, right? I get it.
Yeah, yeah, it was that, and there was also instances where so there'd be, let's say there's one clip, right, and
Mhm.
then at the very end of the clip there would be a frame of the next clip, and I'm like, oh shit, that's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go back and recut it.
And it's strange
Yeah,
since animation's on the 23.98 frames per second or whatever, like
the 24
the
frames.
amount. Yeah. Oh, is it full 24 for Fully Cooley? Okay, that's
Yeah,
perfect
I
then.
believe so. Yeah,
So at least like you're not dealing with like decimal frames or any kind of way. But
yeah.
regardless, 24 per second times so many seconds for a 23 minute. Do you guys have the OP and ED as well, or Is that included
Um,
into the runtime, or would you just stick that on? Like how does that
for
go?
sure. For sure. I don't think episode 5 has a proper opening. I don't think any of the episodes have a proper opening. I think they have like a title card.
Mm,
We had somebody make the title card. That's in there.
okay,
Somebody recreated that. And then yeah, we are doing the full ED. We're doing the full
nice,
ending.
nice.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was really fun to put together. We actually got this guy who has an actual Vespa to shoot like all the live action stuff with
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Yeah. Really cool dude. He's from South Korea. Awesome. I was stoked when like I reached out to him and he agreed. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Like this is it. This is everything we've wanted. I mean, the Vespa
Yeah.
aesthetic is like iconic. That yellow Vespa, like, it's just like something else. Like when I watched it, I was just like, you know what? Like, I've never been into like scooters or like these types of like vehicles, but I could own a Vespa at some point in my life. Like, I want that.
I would own like 500 Vespas if I could. They're so fucking cool.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Before those calls even came out, I believe you had a set amount of animators already working on the project, correct?
That is accurate. Yeah, so allow me to elaborate there. So,
Hmm.
when the collab first started, you have to keep this in mind. Most of these projects usually start with like an established community or like a group of friends. No, that was not the case here. Everybody who joined the project from the get-go were complete fucking strangers to me. I didn't know any of these people at all. And with that being said, that's why I'm so just like baffled at how quick this came together. Shit like this does not happen typically at all. Yeah, so the initial application process, if you will, was conducted via email. We had animators send their demos and portfolios our way, and then I had to go through them one by one and like review all of them.
That's crazy to think about.
Cool.
The amount of work for that, and that was the initial. So how did that differ from the other calls to action? I think you've had almost 3 or 4 at this point, right?
Yeah, quite a few. So again, yeah, our initial application process was receiving portfolios and demos by email, excuse me. But after that, it just became a lot more. It just became like a lot more streamlined. It got to the point where we were literally just like getting into touch with people via DM. People would reach out to us and we'd just be like, "All right, cool. You seem cool. Your work looks cool. You can join us."
Yeah, and it just comes down to, do you care about the project? Do you care about Fully Cooley? And are you here to have fun, right? At the end of the day,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No. 100%. Yeah. Um. Yeah. That's one thing that I want to talk about a little bit more is that like in terms of like the animators that we have on board, obviously there is. Honestly, I would say there's a very high level of quality going into this, but at the same time, we did want there to be a mix of skill levels because at the end of the day, we're all just fans of Fully Cooley. We just love this fucking show. It's more about the passion more than anything.
exactly. And that goes to both, even as a fan or as an actual anime, like as long as you are passionate in a kind of way for the series that you're covering, like that will clearly shine through whenever the final product is out.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Hmm. When you went through the demos, where did you have like an idea of like, oh, like this particular animator I would want on this particular clip that I cut out, or
Oh,
vice versa?
absolutely, yeah. Oh, 100%, yeah. We have some animators that specialize like in like paper cutout, like stop motion. For
That's
example,
awesome.
yeah, as you know, there are like two South Park references in the episode. There's one with Amaro, and that is actually like made to look like the South Park style with like a
Oh,
paper cutout and stuff.
yeah.
Um, so the person who specializes in like paper cutout stop motion stuff, their name is Toast. I immediately saw that. I'm like, oh, you're getting that South Park clip, and I sent it to them, and they knocked it out of the park. So yeah, there were situations like that where I'm like, all right, you have experience with this, so we're gonna put you on this.
As of this interview recording, this is on like literally the last day of July 2024. It is not
Yep.
fully completed yet. There's still a couple clips that you're waiting on. Once you have those final clips, what goes into kind of like compiling all of them, or what software are you using? How are you going about like mixing audio? Like, please go into as much detail as you want to. Like,
So at the moment, I believe we have about 5 clips left out of 326. So I believe at the moment it's 321 out of 326. I think that lines up. Yeah. I'll be using DaVinci Resolve to put it all together.
okay.
And with that being said, so once we got all the clips in, um, we kind of want to go back and reevaluate what exactly we want to put into the final cut.
Hmm.
Um, There are a few things that we kind of want to add in last moment. We would like to have a proper intro. That was the plan. We'll see how much time we have and everything. The ending's already covered. And then I could actually talk about this a little bit more. So in the middle of the episode, there's going to be a fake commercial break with like, animated IDs,
Yeah.
um, uh, bumps made to look like the old school Adult Swim ones, and then fake commercials as well for like fictional products that you can see in FLCL, like
That's awesome.
yeah, like Carco's Vespa and shit. There's
The
stuff like that.
the shows
Um,
that I can think of that have done something like that is probably The Boys. Boys has some
the
like
voice, okay.
things with the fake commercials with Vought, and I think the other one was Atlanta, which is
Oh yeah,
Donald
yeah, yeah, no,
Glover's
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So they have a
yeah, yeah,
bunch of
yeah,
fake ads. So like I'm excited to see that whenever it's up. Like that's awesome. Like
for sure,
so
yeah.
that means that
No,
the
yeah,
total runtime is actually going to be longer than the episode itself, correct?
yeah, 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 yeah. If you notice in trailers and whatnot, pretty much at any chance that we get, I always put 23 plus minutes.
Mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm.
why, because there's gonna
Yeah.
be
Okay.
more than 23
That
minutes.
makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. The production kind of bottlenecks around you, correct? Because do you have like management that also helps run with the production as well, or like are you
Yeah.
making the final decisions? Do you have like a animation producer or an animation editor that's like going through all the cuts to see if there's any edits that need to be made? Like
Mhm.
obviously, again, like I'm not like again, this is
For
like a
sure.
fan made thing. We're not expecting like
Yeah.
like a full commercial anime production level, but
No,
like
not at all. We're a
yeah.
nonprofit. We're a nonprofit
Exactly.
volunteer only project.
Exactly.
With that being said,
Exactly.
yeah, with that being said, it's not that entailed at all. I have my
Mhm.
co-organizer Cooper.
Yep.
Shouts out to them. Cooper fucking rocks. They've helped me with so much stuff. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. It's just me and Cooper.
Mhm.
We're handling
So
like checking in with animators and everything. We're the ones making the decisions on what we should do. Uh, for a while recently, we both gotten busy with like other stuff, but for a
mhm.
while there was a point where we were meeting up every single week to talk about the collab.
Yeah.
um yeah, so yeah,
And I
again,
know that like the
just me and her.
production has now ran like a couple years at this point. Like, how was it when you first started out to what it looks like now? Like, I know you used to meet once a week, but I know like life also gets in the way when it takes multiple
Yeah,
years, right? Like, has that
jobs and
affected the
stuff.
project in any kind of way
Oh,
for
for
either
sure, yeah.
you or like the individual animators? As you know, like as the years pass, things happen.
The As you've seen, the project has been delayed a few times,
Yeah.
and backlash has come out of that. People have gotten upset at how many delays
Which
there have
I
been.
just want to say,
Yeah.
screw them. One, like that's kind of crazy. This is
Mhm.
fan made. Like, what the heck? But anyways, go ahead. Yeah, like,
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that like you have to keep in mind that the people that we're working with are taking time out of their own personal schedules to contribute. A lot of the people that we work with work in the animation industry and have full-time jobs, they have freelance gigs. They're doing this for fun.
yeah,
When we first started this project, it's for fun. What's the
exactly.
rush? There doesn't need to
No,
be a rush. Like I get it, it's disappointing, and yeah, there have been a few times where I've gotten a little bit too optimistic with the release dates and whatnot. But at the end of the
mhm,
day, like we're doing this for free. Nobody's getting paid, myself included. We're doing this
yeah,
for fun,
yeah,
and it should be that way.
exactly. Like, people have unrealistic expectations online in a kind of way.
They do, they
Like
do.
they are owed something just because it's in the making, and like that's not true at all. Like
Yeah,
you as a creator, you as a team, the animators, like they don't owe anyone anything, like that's just the end of
exactly,
it. Like, oh
exactly,
gosh, I could go on and on about that, but
for sure.
yeah. But that's awesome. Like the fact that like you guys have been doing this for so many years at this point, and like it clearly shows that the passion is still there. Like you definitely want
Yay!
to put this thing out. I've been following the
Hooray!
account probably like I want to say like a couple years at this point.
God damn,
Yeah, I think
crazy.
yeah. I think I got a I think it popped up on my like timeline maybe like 2022, maybe a year after the announcement. I was just like, "Yo, this is cool." And then like I hit the follow and then I forget about it. We can go into the kind of marketing that you guys do, which is crazy,
The marketing.
incredible. Like it is insane how you guys have so much both like variety as well as just like creativity when it comes to promoting this.
Yeah.
Is everything that you put out when it comes to like promotional in a kind of way actually part of the episode, or is it strictly promotional? Like do you want to talk about the distinction, or is
Yeah,
there
for
even a
sure.
distinction?
Um, the majority of it is strictly promotional. Obviously,
Mhm.
like I said, by the time like we get all of our clips back, we're gonna go back and reevaluate what exactly we want to include. Like for
Yeah.
example, my buddy Capsule Frog, they made the iconic Mimimi smoking weed ID. That's going
Yes.
into the final cut. Like that's a
Yes.
no-brainer. Like why wouldn't
Yes.
we?
Yes.
But yeah, no. With that being said, all these IDs were strictly made for social media. I think there's a few that we pulled from the actual like final cut that were
Mhm.
planned to make it in. Off the top of my head, let me see here. I think there's one. There's one where Naota, Mamimi, and Haruko are playing a Dreamcast. They're playing Jet Set Radio. Have you seen that one?
Yes, yes, I have.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's
That one
awesome.
is yeah, that one was made like a while ago. That was supposed to be in the final cut. But yeah, like I said,
Oh.
since then, a lot of these animated IDs are just so damn good that like we're like, yeah, why the fuck? Why wouldn't we put these in the final
I'm
cut?
trying to see. It looks like I know. I saw the Instagram for this because I don't like my Instagram is a more like
Yeah,
personal one, so like I don't check it for anything not related to like people that I know. But I pulled it up and
yeah.
like you guys are popping off on Instagram. So,
I
like
don't know
it's
what the fuck happened.
crazy.
I don't know what happened. I can't tell you.
Just like stats wise, so like it looks like the Twitter's at like 30 plus K followers, and then let
Yeah,
me pull
it's
up
like
the Insta.
34
I'm pretty
something.
sure it's like 90 plus.
Uh, I think yeah. So Twitter's like
Oh no,
34.4K
60.
last I
Yeah.
saw,
Hmm.
65K or stuff. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you feel like it's like the nature of reels? Like I don't know enough about Instagram when
It's
it comes to like,
reels.
posting.
It's I
Yeah.
mean it's a number of things, but it's reels. Our
Hmm.
most popular posts are again Capsule's Mamimi smoking weed
Yeah.
ID, and then there's one that I like to call. It's on our YouTube channel. I just titled it FLCL Reanimated, literally like in parentheses. It's the
Yes.
one where all the characters are like shifting into different animation styles. That one
Yes.
popped off
Yes. Yes.
too.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
yeah, I think so. The Mamimi one has like 300K likes or some shit, something
Hmm.
crazy. And then the other one, the one that Beatrice made, I hope I'm pronouncing their name correctly. Um, that one has like 100K. Crazy, 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 crazy.
It's crazy. And then the biggest one that you have on YouTube that popped off is the he's gonna
Yeah,
tell
Mamimi
my
smoking
mom.
weed. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's going to tell my mom.
400K on there. Like that's incredible. Like,
Crazy. And with that being said, all credit goes to Capsule.
mhm,
They fucking bodied that. That was all of them. That was Capsule and Densha. Densha did the voice of Mamimi. Shouts out to
yeah,
them. They fucking knocked it out of the park. They get all credit for that. All credit. I
yeah,
take nothing. Shouts out to them.
which is awesome. Which is incredible. And like the way that
Mhm.
I speak of it is like marketing in a way, but it's just promotion, right? But like the point of these promotions is to draw attention to the actual
Exactly.
product in a kind of
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
No, for sure, for
Do you,
sure, for sure.
mhm. Go
No,
ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, no, yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, yeah, it's marketing, it's promotion. I hate using those words. They feel dirty, they feel naughty. But I mean, to be honest, the reason why we started doing animated IDs is because we wanted to give people another opportunity to submit something to the project because we kept on
Mhm.
getting DMs and emails being like, hey, can I join? Can I join? No, you can't. All the
Yeah.
clips have been taken.
Yeah.
So that was the alternative. And I think it was a pretty good alternative because a lot of cool stuff has
100%.
come out of that.
100%. And so many
Yeah.
people were like pitching to it, and then when you guys like post these clips, like either the person that did do the promotion like quote retweets it on Twitter and says like, hey, this
Yeah.
is my section or something, so it,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
gives
yeah.
a lot of awareness to a bunch of people, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
I'm
Well,
all for
yeah,
giving credit where credit is due in this kind of way, so
100%.
perfect.
No,
Yeah.
100%. And with that being said, it doesn't need to be like super deep or weird or anything, but um, I do like the fact that, in a sense that we're, giving artists a platform. It's fucking cool because they make cool stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking promote them.
Yeah.
Fucking give them a goddamn platform. They're so cool. They make amazing stuff. All right, yeah. So the plan is to release two different versions of the collab, one in English, one in Japanese, and those will be dropping on YouTube and Newgrounds.
Okay. Awesome. And
Hmm.
is it I don't know. The only issue is like when it comes to YouTube, and I'm assuming you guys are going to use like the original soundtracks that playing on the underside,
Yeah.
or are you changing like the soundtracks or OSTs to make like original
Nah.
ones?
Nah, it's gonna be the original audio from the episode.
So the only thing that I will say is YouTube is very tricky in that kind of way. I hope you guys don't get
Hmm.
copyright claimed in any kind of way. Like
I
the
hope
money
so
aspect is like
too.
not an issue, right? Like because
Not at
you
all.
guys
No,
are
no, no, no.
not for profit.
Nobody has been paid in any capacity.
Yeah,
No, this is all nonprofit.
but the issue with getting those claims on the account in any kind of way is it drops the exposure in any kind of way.
It
And
does.
obviously, like
Oh,
you
it
want this
does.
to, yeah, it does potentially,
Oh.
not always, but potentially.
No, for sure,
Um,
for sure, for sure.
so I would say like the copyright holders of I don't know who it is, maybe Toho or I don't know when it comes to like the original production, but
I know, I know,
yeah,
I know.
yeah,
It's so nowadays, um, it's a joint ownership. It's a co-ownership between Adult Swim and Production IG.
okay, interesting.
Hmm. Yep.
Well, hopefully, I don't know if you've gotten any like claims when it comes to like the clips that you've put up already. I don't know if there's anything with like music that you've put on there. So
Nah,
yeah.
no, no, nothing. You know what though? Not to go off on a tangent, but I will talk
Yeah.
about this, and this really
Mhm.
fucking bummed me out. So our very first trailer, a teaser trailer, that got age restricted right when it was starting to fucking pick up momentum, and that fucking ruined everything. Like to this day, no, I know it's a fucking shame. I tried repealing it, nothing fucking happened. Um, Literally, it started gaining like crazy fucking momentum, and then it got fucking age restricted. And I think to this day, it's capped at like 27,000. I know.
And that
It's a
like
goddamn shame.
honestly sucks because like it will
Yeah.
never re-reach whatever potential it could have reached, right? Just
Nerp.
the nature of the
Nerp.
platform. Oh my
Nerp.
gosh.
Nerp.
Unfortunate.
Shame. Very, yeah, very unfortunate.
But I'm assuming that Newgrounds is good in a kind of way. Like, can they get copyrighted in any kind of way? Like, how does that work? Like, what
I
is the
don't believe
legality
so.
of that?
Nah, so like Newgrounds is fucking cool.
Mhm.
Newgrounds is not as lame as YouTube.
Yeah,
I feel like you can pretty much post most things on Newgrounds and it'll be okay.
that's awesome.
You know? Yeah. So I think we're chilling on Newgrounds.
So
I
as
think at
long
the
as like there's a way to access this easily for people. I mean, again, at the end
yeah,
of
yeah,
the day, that's
exactly.
all that
Yeah.
matters, right? Yeah,
At the very least, yeah, it'll be on Newgrounds. But obviously, if at all possible, we would like it to be on YouTube as well, because that's probably where we get the most attention.
100%. I mean, even there's a couple anime episodes that are still on YouTube that haven't been taken down,
It's
even though
true.
they're in their entirety. So it's just I guess
Yeah.
luck draw. Uh,
Yeah.
we'll see when we see that happen in any kind of way.
No, for
I mean,
sure. For sure, for
it's
sure, for
something
sure.
that like I have to deal with often because I do cover
Yeah.
anime and manga, specifically
Yeah.
more Land of the Lustrous or Hoseki no Kuni, but like it's still like a nightmare to work around.
For
Like
sure, for sure, for sure.
yeah,
Totally. And you know what? If they take our goddamn episode down, we're gonna light up our torches, we're gonna grab our
100%,
pitchforks, we're gonna start some shit with YouTube.
100%. Except YouTube, I'm still good, right? Like I can join in, like
Yeah, no, no,
don't
no, no,
ask
yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Totally separate.
they're not
Yeah. You're
they're not
good.
listening. Like
No, no, they're not listening. No, you're good. If anything, I'm fucking starting shit. Leave Shamu out of this. Yeah, we're no. Pick it up with me.
I support the motion, but I may or may not be able to participate in it for legal reasons. Anyways,
Absolutely.
have you watched any of the other versions of Fooly Cooly?
Yeah. I've seen progressive. I've seen alternative. I have not watched grunge or shoegaze. I think I watched the first episode of grunge with a buddy, like in a Discord voice call.
That's
And that was
the
it.
CG one, right? Like
That's the
the.
CG one. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on them?
Eh,
Is it one of those? If
um,
I speak, I'll get in trouble. Like,
no, no, it's not that serious. I mean, I'm entitled to
Mhm.
my own opinion and everything.
Of course.
Honestly, I don't think they're dog shit awful like most people try to make them sound. If
Mhm.
anything, I just feel like they're kind of milquetoast and bland. Like my problem with progressive in particular is that I feel like it tries to live like in the original Shadow just a little bit too much. I feel like a lot of people have that issue, but honestly, I would say that's true.
Mhm.
Alternative is a little bit better. But again, I feel like it's just a little bit bland and uninspired in comparison to the original.
Yeah.
But I don't want to compare. That's mean. That's fucking mean.
No, exactly. 100%.
And if you like it, you could like it. That's fine. I'm not gonna fucking make you feel bad over liking something. That's lame. People, okay, hold on, real quick. I want to talk about something. People who fucking get on other people's cases about liking something that they genuinely like. Fuck you. You're a fucking
Yeah.
dick. Don't do that.
I agree.
Let people like the stuff they like. Come on. Be
100%.
cool.
Like you can have your own opinion, and you might not like that they like something, but like they have every right to actually enjoy stuff. Like, you know,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Mhm.
Is one of those like these other versions or other forms of IP for the Fooly Cooly like franchise or series is like if somebody gets to, let's say, like shoegaze or grunge that aired, what, this is it this year? I think it is
That
this
was
year.
last year. I think it
Okay,
was
last year.
like last
Bro, my
fall.
time is crazy.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, okay, so it was last year. Let's assume like they watched, they're like, okay, this is kind of cool, and they go back and watch the other versions, and then they watch the original. Like, you know, like the whole point is like it'll give attention where attention is due, right? Like if they really
sure.
like it, they will go and check out the other versions for it, and that's the end of it.
Absolutely. And with that being said, don't let my opinion discourage you from, you know, going back and watching those sequels, those extra volumes. Do what you want. You might
Yeah.
like it. You might think it's the coolest, you know, fucking thing ever. You might adore them.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I don't mind. Do your thing.
I don't like any of them, but you know, it is what it is. I will say
Yeah.
there's certain parts that I like. I like the ED for either
The EDs are good.
progressive or
Yeah.
alternative.
No,
There's
yeah.
a specific animator that does like the stop motion with the paper cutout. It's with
Yeah.
I think is her name, and like that ED is like amazing. I love that.
Yeah. That's the alternative one, right?
I think so. Yes, I think
That
it
one's
is
cute.
because
Yeah, and then
progressive is
Progressive
the
is a
one
big tribute.
with the cat
Yeah,
girl. Like,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Progressive was like a big tribute to like I think it was all of them, all three at that time. Progressive, the original, and then alternative.
Yeah.
That was cool too. Yeah, good EDs.
I will say,
Oh,
since you haven't checked it out, check out the ED for Shoegaze. It is
I
very
shall.
good.
I shall. I'll check that out.
The episode itself, I only watched one episode of Shoegaze. I don't think I actually watched any of Grunge yet. I'm more of a completionist in a kind of way, so when I do like something, I do want to check out everything. I just haven't checked out Grunge, but the first episode of Shoegaze is whatever, but the ED is great. You know, like you can just check out the ED, enjoy it, and then, you know, move on from it. Kind of.
Hell yeah, we'll do. We'll do.
Let's see. Is there anything in terms of references that weren't originally in the episode 5 itself, but that you've added in a kind of way, like references to other pop media, Japanese
Yeah.
kind of way?
Yeah. Yeah, let's fucking dig into that. So not in the episode. I think there's gonna be like, you know, a few different random references that you'll catch from some of the other animators. But on my end, in terms of stuff that I've like actually kept created for the collab, in terms of trailers and whatnot, and other promos, all the sneak peeks are references to other stuff that I like. So the very first sneak peek is just a direct reference to old Adult Swim commercials and bumps. I was the one that did the voiceover for Attention Swimmers, that shit. I did that.
Oh, okay,
that was,
okay, awesome.
That was my voice. I edited that promo together. I'm trying to remember them. So sneak peek number 2, I think sneak peek number 2 was those had references to Kari Kano, His and Her Circumstances, and Nirvana the band, the show. Fucking love Nirvana the band, the show. Fucking love that show. So goddamn funny. Sneak peek number 3. I think so. That one started off with like a time lapse of me like walking around my little apartment complex at the time with these acrylic standees. This one was made by my buddy Tofokio.
Nice.
Shouts out.
Love it.
And then the end of it, I think it has like a little like sticker bomb transition. That was taken from No More Heroes because I love the No More Hero games.
Nice.
And then sneak peek number 4, that is literally just a recreation of the Street Fighter Third Strike intro.
That's awesome.
I love Street Fighter. Yeah, I love Street Fighter Third Strike so much.
And some other anime that you like, I think, was Serial Lanes, right?
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, I love Lane. Love Lane. Yep.
Is there any other forms of like these other like anime that you've enjoyed that you would want to like include in sneak peeks or in the episode itself? I think it would be too late in the episode itself if it's not already there, but
Yeah, no, for sure. Off the top of my head, I mean, like if we can find a way to fit in like any extra references to
yeah.
stuff that I like.
Mhm.
Just my other favorites are, let's see here. I love Kaiba.
Yeah.
I love Azumanga
That's from
Daioh.
Yuasa, right? I have to see that myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
My
yeah. You gotta
favorite
check
anime
that out.
is Tatami Galaxy, so like
Ah, okay.
I love
For sure, for
Yuasa
sure, for sure.
as a director.
Yeah. No, can we talk about Yuasa for a minute? God
Of
damn.
course.
Oh fuck.
Let's do it.
I love Mind Game. That
Yeah.
movie's fucking incredible. I know he
Crazy,
worked on Cat Soup. Cat Soup was lovely.
crazy
God
animation.
damn it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fucking love Yuasa. Fuck. Sorry, back on topic, back on track. Um what else do I like? I love Panty and Stock. Basically, if it's Gynax or Trigger, I probably like it. I love
Exactly.
Panty and Stocking. I love Kill la Kill. Those shows rock.
That makes sense. Awesome. Are there any plans for any appearances in conventions?
This hasn't been announced yet formally. We plan on announcing within the next 2 weeks. I'm just waiting on promo art from one of our artists so we can like
Mhm.
actually like promote it and everything.
Yeah.
But our first locked-in con is actually coming up super soon. It's Anime Impulse Orange County. That'll be on August 31st. I can actually talk a bit more about that.
Is it on the West Coast, like Oregon? Is that
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Okay.
No, that's California.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be at the Anaheim Convention Center, which I'm so fucking stoked. By the way, they've been so just like fucking cool and like just like nice with us. They
Yeah.
like so like I reached out to Anime because keep in mind like I didn't like apply through normal means. I didn't like go to their website and apply. I just reached out via email.
Yeah.
And Randy from Anime Impulse, he's just been so just fucking cool and just nice. Like I told him about what we do, and he was like, "Oh hell yeah, yeah for sure." And then
That's awesome.
yeah, and then yeah, and then like I wasn't even expecting this part. We're getting main stage. We're getting the main stage.
Holy.
Yeah, so we're gonna be at Anime Impulse Orange County on
When is
Saturday,
that?
August 31st. That is Saturday, August
Oh,
31st.
oh
Yep,
my goodness. That's coming up
yep.
in less than a month.
Yeah, we're currently planning the plan. Planning the panel. We're planning the panel at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bunch of cool stuff we plan to share there. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be Cooper, my co-organizer. It's gonna be Capsule Frog, who made the Mimimi Smoking Weed
Mhm.
ID.
Yes, yes.
Dorito, who's like my best bud in the whole world. Shouts out Dorito. He made our logo. Margot Animates. They did a clip for the collab. They've worked on shows like I believe Smiling Friends and Moon Girl and Devil Dino.
Nice.
And then Toast as well. Toast is the person who made the South Park clip, the stop motion South Park clip.
Awesome.
Yep, they worked on a bunch of cool stuff as well.
Dude,
So
that's
yeah,
exciting. Super
yeah,
exciting.
yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I'm fucking nervous. I've
I
never
mean,
done that before.
rightfully so,
I've
yeah.
never. I'm gonna be in front of. I honestly, that's okay. I was talking about this with Capsule the other day. We have no idea like what this turnout is gonna look like
Yeah.
at all.
Because
Because
it's one of those, like, people will just hear the name Fully Cooley, and if they like that enough, they'll just
well, that's
show
what we were
up.
saying. That's
Yeah.
what we were saying. Yeah, we think people are gonna see that and be like, "What the hell is this?" and like come and check it out. But
Yeah.
then like we also have to keep in mind too that like that our socials have been again been popping off lately. I wonder how many people who actually follow like our social pages are actually gonna like come to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do not know.
I mean, if I lived
Um,
anywhere near there, I would show up, but sadly, I'm on the East
for
Coast.
sure. No, it's cool. I get it. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's everything that we've like been able to do. I can't believe it's still um like convention appearances, how many people we've been able to work with,
Yeah.
all the additional animation stuff, just like all the IDs and everything. Like
Mhm.
I was talking about it with Capsule. Capsule is actually the one that said it. And I still quote this all the time. He said that this collab has gotten bigger than anybody could have ever expected, and it's 100% true.
Yeah.
Nobody thought it was going to get this big. It's crazy.
And it kind of sets the standard when it comes to like animated like fan projects in a kind of way because of like
Damn, you think so?
amount.
Shit.
I believe so. I mean, granted, like I don't know too many there's probably like 2 that I know of, but one of them is like not
There's
really.
some good ones.
Yeah, I want to say there's a weird one that was like Attack on Titan related, but that had a whole sort of
Whoa, was there? I didn't know.
yeah. It was like a Requiem. I don't know. It was like it's different than the nature of this project because you're trying to recapture the original as it is, but in this format in a kind of way, right? Other than like changing the story because you didn't like it or something like that. That's
Oh no,
completely
yeah,
different.
no,
Yeah. So like
no,
I
no,
would
we love
say like
Fully
this
Cooley.
is the standard when it comes to like adapting something like a fan made thing.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn. Well, thank you. That means a lot.
Of course. I mean, it's one of those like, let's say like I have an interest of like doing something like this. Like I will look to you guys as like the baseline for it. Well,
Whoa,
granted,
all
like
right.
I don't have as much
Cool.
time as you to like look through all these demos and like the amount of work that you have to do. That's not like it's crazy. I can't even fathom that. Like it is insane. How have you
Yeah.
been keeping up with everything? Like how are you
Um,
how are you doing? Like
you know, I'm a simple man. I take it one day at a time. I wake up every morning, I answer emails, I go back and forth with people that I'm working with.
mhm.
Um, yeah.
Just chugging along
Just
until
chugging, just chugging along. I don't think about it too much. I just kind of just go with the flow. I hope that's not like a like a shitty like non-answer answer, but it's
no.
true.
Like
I
totally
take it
understand.
one day at a time, and I just yeah, I just
I think it's
I
very
just
thematically in line with Fooly Cooly. So you know, like it
cool.
fits. It works.
Glad to hear it. Yeah.
Trying to see if there's anything else that I can ask you that I can't think of. I know you had a call for like collaboration pretty recently, a couple weeks ago, or not. I guess
Yeah.
at this point, a couple months ago, for like collaborations of a type of way, like you were calling for like YouTubers and other people. Can you talk
Yeah.
about like what the plan for that was?
I can, yeah, a little bit more, yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so, and who knows if this is gonna come out now because originally we had so many people like agree to do it, and then last minute a lot of them just like hopped off. So we
Hmm.
only had a few submissions by the end of it. But
Yeah.
what I wanted to do is I wanted to make just like a fan promo, just like a fan
Yeah.
promo, people just talking about their experience with the series and just like
Hmm.
something like that. I just wanted to make something just like kind of just like cool and just heartwarming and just like
Yeah. I mean,
here are the
you could
here
do
are the, here are
something
the
like
people who like Fully Cooley. Yeah,
yeah, 100%. Or you could do like I guess like a documentary style in a kind of way of like everyone that's like had their hands in this project or like what their experience was, how it was. Like that would be really
I didn't
cool.
even think of that. Holy shit, I'm using that. Thank you.
It's all yours. All yours.
I didn't even think of that.
You know, like
Um,
holding like an old like camcorder, getting the footage like that. Like you can make it like real vintage in a kind of way if it's
that'd be
possible.
cool. Yeah,
Hmm.
that'd be that'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
We shall see. Um, but yeah, no, we're still trying to collaborate with people as much as possible. Um, with that being said, like in terms of like the main collab, those clips, those are already being handled.
Yeah.
That is, we're in the process of wrapping that up.
Hmm.
But I think you probably saw just the other day, we sent out like a last call for animated IDs.
Yep.
At this time, we just had like 10 new people join to make animated IDs before our premiere.
Have you watched
um, mhm.
any majority of the episode like clips wise like put together, like let's say like I don't know where these clips are, like the ones that are missing or remaining in a kind of way? Have you like watched
Yeah.
it all in like one go in a kind of way, or are you just holding off until you get everything?
I'm holding off until I get everything.
Mhm.
However, there have been like a select few moments where like I've cut together some sneak peeks, and those are in chronological order.
Yeah.
Um, I that's pretty much the most of what I've seen are just those select few sneak peeks where everything's from put together from start to finish.
Mhm. In terms of the clips, what is the longest clip and what's the shortest clip?
Fuck.
Do you happen to know those numbers?
Yeah, I don't know the shortest because the shortest is probably like only a few frames long, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, The longest, I believe, is 18 seconds. That's the clip where Naota and his grandpa are watching TV. You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. It's that clip that was done by Sneaky Pops or Sneaky Pop. I always fuck up their name. Excuse me. Shouts out Sneaky. They did a good ass job on that. I could talk about this a little bit more as well as we start to wrap up here. Can you keep a secret, my friend?
I think I can.
Okay, so as you may have seen recently, we had a call for like bands and indie artists.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on 2 volumes of an album right now. We're working on what we're dubbing Musical Mechanica. So volume 1 is going to be original songs inspired by the series, and then volume 2 is going to be covers of Pella songs. That's
awesome. Just straight
yeah,
up.
that's
Dude, my voice actually cracked on that. Just hearing that, like, oh my goodness.
oh good, oh good, oh good.
That's
My
awesome.
voice is going out too, no worries. But yeah, volume 2 is going to be covers of Pella songs. We're working with a bunch of cool ass artists right now. Yeah. If you ever played Ridge Racer Type 4, they did a fuck ton of music for Ridge Racer Type 4. That's like one of my favorite games ever. That's crazy. I can't even, I still can't believe that we even got in touch with him.
Did that just like start with like a DM or like an email?
Yeah,
like
it was literally a Twitter DM, just a
that's
Twitter DM.
Awesome.
I very politely reached out to him, and yeah, he was kind enough to agree to work with us. So yeah, Kota Takahashi, Kill Bill the rapper, Gum MP3, who else? Bunch of other cool people I can't say right now, but
where can we find you outside of Fully Coolly Reanimated, like outside of the
where
main
can you find me? You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Newgrounds. You can find me on Nico Vlad. I'm just kidding. You can find me on all those platforms at Schleppboy.
Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure having you, and I'm excited to see when this debuts.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. Well, I don't really have anything else that I can think of. Any last minute thoughts that you wanna put out before this goes live in any sort of way? The original Fully Coolly artist for the manga, his name is Hajime Udai.
You wait up. Oh wait, who is it?
This oh wait, where is it? Okay, here we go. That's his name, Hajime Udai.
Shit.
He's the one that he's the mangaka for the Fully Coolly like manga itself. Like it's in
yeah, like the omnibus.
Yeah. So I love his art style. So this is just like a figure for Bakemonogatari that he put, and like
cool.
I love him. That's
Hell
all.
yeah.
I just wanted to show it. I realized like I had
that's really cool.
and I never showed it. I was like, wait, like why did I?
That rocks.
I like turned and I found it. So
that's really cool. Yeah, hell yeah.
I need to find more of his stuff. I have the omnibus for Fully Coolly somewhere.
I did too. I have 2 copies because one of them got like severely water damaged.
No.
Yeah, back when I was in high school.
No. That's okay. At least you got a clean copy though, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
I honestly I have no idea what was like the most recent thing that he worked on, but yeah, his art style is incredibly charming. I have a friend, her name is Eiley. Eiley fucking loves his art. Like, that's like a huge inspiration to her, and I can see why his art is incredibly charming and just so goddamn good. It's
probably the Monogatari series. That's what he's been on for the past couple of years because he just does the OPs or EDs in any kind of way. Like he's attached to it in that kind of way. I can't think of anything else.